We would like to bring to the attention of the public that senior medical doctors are paid about 103% higher than the amount that is paid to non-health workers in the public service and to other doctors in the private sector, which is almost double the amount. Currently, a county senior medical officer, for example, is paid about $479,000, and we are saying this to clarify the confusion that has been there between the amounts of money that is paid, given to an intern, and the money that is paid to a medical doctor. So to clarify again, currently a county senior medical officer who's a doctor is paid roughly $479,000. This constitutes a basic salary of $203,000, an emergency call allowance of $80,000, a house allowance of $56,000, a commuter allowance of $20,000, a non-practice allowance of $60,000, an extraneous allowance of $40,000, and a risk allowance of $20,000, bringing the total to about $479,000 per month. This is the salary they earn per month. So the range that you will find them earning will be $479,000 for the senior, and below will be a total of about 420,000 shillings per month. The council has sat and deliberately heavily on this matter this morning, and has looked also at the resources that we've been allocated, and also the responsibilities that we have to pay salaries and to carry out development projects in the counties. And in view of all the considerations, the Council of Governors is of the view that this industrial strike of the health worker that has been ongoing for the 5 weeks has completely paralyzed healthcare services in the counties and is really not warranted. A series of consultative and conciliation meetings have been held between the two levels of government and the unions seeking to resolve the pending issues. Additionally, there have been discussions between the county governments and their doctors to address these concerns. The Council of Governors appreciates the whole of nation approach directive by the court, whose aim is to have a long-lasting solution to the perennial industrial unrest in the health sector. However, this is not tenable at the whole of nation approach because both national and county governments are independent and distinct employers. As duty bearers, we cannot afford to remain silent as Kenyans continue to suffer, and in other unfortunate cases, causing death due to unprotected strike, and that the doctors have not complied with the court directive. The Constitution defines doctors as essential workers, and therefore they are not expected to abandon their stations of duty. In this regard, the Council of Governors has just concluded an extraordinary meeting to review the situation in the country and would like to communicate as follows. In the event that the national government agrees to the implementation of the CBA, we would like to bring to the attention of the national government and the public that this would have a ripple effect on all civil servants' basic pay and will therefore require additional allocation of resources to county governments to be able to carry out this task. This is in light with what we have already told you we are paying. So in reference to that, that in the event that a decision is made on the implementation of CBAs, that would like to bring to the attention of all the stakeholders that this would have a ripple effect across all cadres in the public service in the counties and will therefore require additional resources to the counties. In addition, we would like to urge and request the unions to engage their respective employers, who are the county governments, as provided for in the Constitution. On the issue of the failure to release doctors for postgraduate training, as reported in our last statement, we said there are currently 890 doctors, pharmacists, and dentists who have been released by various counties and are currently on postgraduate training. And would like to clarify that when we release them for postgraduate training, they continue earning their full salaries. And therefore, the counties are unable to replace them because that salary is already taken and committed. We have released 890 doctors and continue to pay their salaries during this training period. This situation deprives counties of substantial amounts of resources which could otherwise be used to recruit more doctors to handle patients while the rest are on postgraduate training. To this effect, county governments will undertake the costing of doctors on postgraduate studies for purposes of allocation of resources for recruitment to fill the gaps and offer services during this training period. Further, we have appealed for the policy to be amended and for the national government to take the burden of those who are under training so that the county governments can be able to replace those who are in training to fill the gaps for service delivery. On health workers who have absconded duty, as we await the court to make a determination on this matter tomorrow, 17th April 2024, it is noted that there are those health workers that have absconded duty, contrary to the court directive, and therefore county governments will have no choice but to institute disciplinary action against them according to the Employment Act, where if you abscond duty for more than 21 days, the county governments and the national governments are given the responsibility to take action. And since the court case has already said they should return to work, they are therefore in defiance of the court, and we have no choice if we are to continue services. Further, on other issues affecting county governments, there is the National Treasury Circular on implementation of the Integrated County Revenue Management System. We note with concern that the National Treasury has issued a circular to Excellency Governors on 9th April 2024 regarding its intention to implement an integrated county revenue management system. The Council opposes in total this directive, as counties are distinct governments and have in place revenue management systems that serve them. On agriculture, the Council is also cognizant of the ongoing discourse on fertilizer. The Council observes that the fertilizer received in the stores at the county is not commensurate to what the county government's Additional Allocation Act of 2024 gave. The question the governors are asking is, where is this fertilizer, or where is the money? Going forward, and considering the challenges that have been experienced with the centralization of the procurement of this fertilizer, to which we agreed to so that we can take advantage of the economies of scale, but it doesn't seem to be working, the Council is of the view that the procurement of fertilizer to be decentralized as it was before to the county governments, and the resources given to counties so that every county purchases the fertilizers according to their needs and requirements. On the program NAV-CDP, the Council of Governors is requesting the Ministry of Agriculture to fully release the full amount that has been given for those programs according to the county conditional grants allocation. Questions? Thank you very much.
My recording, they watch what they're telling each other. Wanaweza jikuta kwa news.
Are you ready? You're ready, right? Thank you. He said, where was it? Now, on the current issue of the medical strike,